Hello and welcome everybody, I'm one proud Bavarian and I am back as Yarr! Commodore Jack the Second, the One-Eyed, the Great Conqueror, the Looter of Looters, and I think we may want to take another look at the world and, you know, get some stuff done here. I think we still have a... Oh, there's no... Let's go! There's no... what should I call it? There's no... God damn, what is it called? Truce! Right, the truce has been long over, I suppose. That does make a lot of sense. And I think what I would like to take is this one right here. That should be the Turks and Caicos, yeah. I want full control of this season, and I think that's a good goal. So why not do it? Yeah, let's go. Let's just attack him. He has a lot of troops, mind you. But he has no allies this time around. Let's raise our troops, let's raise our fleets, and let's get some pirates going again. It worked out really well last time. I think we chose the Dread Pirates, so I'm just gonna... Or was it the Black Flag Raiders? I think it was. Let's get the Black Flag Raiders going. You should just get in here. And then we gather up. This time around, if he sieged down one thing, then we wouldn't be dead. So we may use that. Also, we want to get some boats. There you go. What was that button again? Z? No, G. Right. I'm such a mouse user in this game. So if he takes one of our things, then we'll be fine. Practically. Let's siege this down though, because that will certainly help us. Cockburn Town. Good thing that I'm not monetized to begin with, because that probably, you know... You have a new heir. If your character dies, you now will play as Jack. Who's... Oh, that's actually from my... Oh, just a concubine. Right. But I think there's one more child on the way, and this is the kid that is practically a love child. Because I love that woman. First mate, you shouldn't have... You didn't need to improve relationships with that man, you know? They're really bringing down our sieges here, but we are doing well. Feliciana Sparrow can marry Augustus Herrera, so we're gonna do that. I can't stop thinking about all those prisoners. Guards definitely oil up the wreck. Absolutely. Get tortured. The Knights of Columbus. In these turbulent times, the Pope in New Rome has decided to revive an ancient brotherhood. The Knights of Columbus, an antediluvian organization, has been hereby re-established. Alright, I see how it is. Does he call that New Rome? There's no New Rome. The duchy isn't even called New Rome, but it's called the Gateway. That's honestly so great. I mean, I understand why, because it's the rivers going up, but it also sounds like the gateway to heaven. Esoterical. Right, so you've been born. I shall name you Carol. There you go. Siege of Cockburn Town has been won. Beautiful. Good name. I suppose it's a historical name even. Let me just check something, right. And boom, there you go. We've sieged that down entirely. Now let's get back on the boats and siege down some more. What's the issue? Wait, is this no longer his primary title? Oh, right, that's why I took it. Does make a lot of sense. Where are his troops? I think here they come. Aww. Okay, she's just an acquaintance. I remember. We have some of her family at our court, I suppose is the reason. 16th of May. When are you going to be there? Oh, perfect. There you go. We caught him off guard. We caught him perfectly. This is just gorgeous. This is how you gotta play the marine warfare. That's just how it is. Now they're walking in, I guess. We gotta... Oh, 23 people. Not a real challenge for our good old Jack here. Hubert of Roche. I think his father... Oh no, he's Oliver. Right, that was a different person I was thinking of. Let's make him a diplomat. I think that makes a lot of sense. Oh no, I just... there you go, sorry. Messed him up. I messed up with my OBS there. And now let's siege down Surrey and see what we can't do here. A daughter was born to Clarence Sandiford and Feliciana Sparrow. Right, daughter, obviously Feliciana. Let's keep the tradition going. Let's siege this down, and that will also end the war. We should be quicker than they are. Let's see. 3.8. Yeah, we're quicker than that. Way, way quicker. In fact, maybe we can even get him as a prisoner. Will we get lucky? Oh, we dragged out somebody. Sandra Consalvi. She's Goyanese. She's pretty unique, you could argue. So we got her in a prison. Oh, we got so many people in our prison because of this. Oh no, we got so many out of this. Princess of West Indies. Oh boy, we practically took the entire family prisoner. Took the queen. We took the queen. Oh, he won't like that one bit. Alright, here, I offer you peace by enforcing my demands. Now let's get back on the boats and then get home. We're running out of money. Oh, this music is great. This music is real pirate music. Yarr. Right, so let's just check back in. We now hold all of this, which should be its own duchy. We could usurp it, but we can't actually. And, I mean, we only hold 2 out of 5, so there's still 1 missing until we could usurp it. But I think we're doing great, yo. Tell me. So let's do a little prison tour, shall we? I think that's exactly what good old Jack would do. You know, he comes home, puts all of his weapons away, all of his armor, puts it down. Then he goes into the prison. So first of all, we have Amber here. Princess Amber of West Indian Revolt. So she is the daughter of Cuthbert, who is currently rebelling against the West Indian leader that we just struck down. This man. So who would be the one that would ransom her? Oh, yeah, okay, obviously, because she's a... Yeah, she doesn't get anywhere. She's 18. She's royal blood. Catalina, we obviously love her. Tremoira Henris, we don't really care for her. She doesn't have anything positive about her. We don't really like her either, so let's just set her aside, of course. That's going to give her a bit of a negative impression. And then I think we're just going to take Amber as our concubine. Well, so we have Edna, almost of age. We may, you know, we'll see what we'll do about that. Fortune is still here, remember this. We sieged her down, or we got her from there. Then we have Queen Hyla. She we may as well just ransom. 10 gold, that's nothing. Staying in the dungeon, buddy. Maybe we should execute her. Honestly, let's execute her. Boom. Then we have Isolina, who is the wife of Prince Raymond, who is also the heir to the Marquis of Grand Cayman. So he's not the direct heir to the kingdom, but he still is an heir. What if we ransom her? Nope, not interested. Alright then, you're staying in... You know what? Putting you in under house arrest. That's what you get. Then we have Johan. She's just... she is a Bustamante. She's strong, actually. Damn. Who are you? Fabiola Henris. I'm just gonna set you aside. I'm gonna take her. Was Joanne, right? Maybe Rose? Let's see you. Rose had nothing special about her. Take her as concubine. So this was a true raid. You know, we took the new women as our... Ooh, you actually have claims, huh? Down there. I wish you could have more concubines than 3. Tasha. Nothing special about her. I'm gonna put her under house arrest. Same for her. Same for Rose. Selena already is in house arrest, yep. Now you also go under house arrest, and then you can just stay in the prison. I wish I could assign somebody else a concubine. Like, give him a concubine. You are married already. Oh, offer concubine, actually. That's a good idea. What about Rose? So, yeah, he now has her as a concubine. And then Sandra, of course. There you go. Beautiful. Now, Felice, you know, you gotta feel a bit more manly, right? So, you'll figure it out. Right, so the spoils have been sorted out. The day the earth shook, the people screamed, and buildings cracked. A cloud of foul-smelling air swept over the village, making torches and fires burn bright green for several hours. It took a couple of days repairing the cracked buildings and salvaging items from the few older houses that had collapsed. Luckily, everyone escaped unharmed. I slowly walked through the city, examining the building and noting that remained to be repaired when an excited peasant approached me. Without bothering with formalities, he told me about a giant crack in the ground just outside his farm. He wanted me to come and inspect it, and perhaps to tell him what to do about it. Alright, show the way, peasant. Oh, I'm scared. This is supernatural. Gate of hell. The foul smell that had swept over the city the day the earth shook slowly crept up on us, and I retched involuntarily. The wound that had burst open in the farmer's field spewed fire and brimstones, and we stopped, aghast at the sight. The flames and fury stones threatened the bare ground around the gap. The farmer was lucky his field lay fallow. I think I gotta take a closer look at this. Young Edna has finished education. Alright, so, right, you're the one that just got it done. Took her siblings as concubines. Could set her aside and only have the Buster men to be my concubines. Honestly, I think so. This is a power move that we have to do to show the West Indies that we're not afraid. So, Princess Edna, from now on you shall be my concubine. Become exalted among men has been fulfilled. That's beautiful. I want to become a king. Building a war chest, I think, will wait. Oh, actually, groom an heir. I think that's a good choice right there. You have a child with her that is actually my heir. Nephew? Oh, right. You were married to my half-brother. I won't give you away. You know what? You're just gonna stay here. The tormented souls of hell. Wailing, screams and cries for help seemed to emit from the burning gap. The farmer grew pale and refused to take one step further. I walked as close to the hole as I dared and tried to peek down. Apart from the occasional fiery stone and eyebrow-licking flame, I could see nothing. The wailings and screams seemed to increase until it felt as if my head would explode. I stumbled backward, felt the ground shifting beneath my feet, and would have fallen into the pit if the farmer hadn't grabbed my arm and pulled me away from it. It's just a hole right now. I need this gap closed now. I gave the wisest minute woman of my court 3 days to come up with a solution on how to close this gap that seemed to open the way, a whole way to hell. Within 3 days, they all had thought up different solutions to the problem. Stones or feed it cattle. Let's feed it cattle. The cows balked in front of the gap and refused to take any step further. They had to be pushed into the gap, and their miserable mooing mixed with the wailings of the tortured souls trapped in the pit until they hit the bottom. Let's see. She hates me so much. It didn't work. 10% of not working and it didn't work. I can't believe it. Right, let's try again maybe with stones. Rolling stones. Cartload after cartload of rocks and gravel were shoveled into the gap while the workers desperately tried to stay clear of the flames and fiery stones that seemed to increase in number. The screams of pain from the bottom of the pit affected the workers, and some refused to keep shoveling in the gravel. I had to promise them no one was strapped down there, but did not want anyone to descend into whatever madness the pit was. Keep shoveling. Come on. It worked. The gap finally closed. No more fury stones and flames. No more wailing voices from the underground. We've done it. We have closed the gate of hell. Isn't that beautiful? Fate smiles upon me. My concubine Edna is pregnant. Right, we are holding this. Somebody that isn't of our belief, though, is holding that, which of course is a bit counterproductive. Here there's no second holding, so that's fine. Priest Lincolnoff, okay. I like that we have these Bahamas to expand into. That's a nice, you know, those are pirate lands now. We control the trade. We even have a really nice trade map here. We now control this, and from here we can start raids, you know, all over the Caribbean trade nodes. I think that's quite the solid choice here. Your brother Feliciano Sparrow. No. Oh, Feliciana. Alexa? Right, I remember Alexa. Man, why do they all die? Hmm. Right, that means that these people at my court, right, that were his concubines. You, for example. You just sit around now, don't you? Hmm. Hmm. Let's just keep them the way they are right now. Nome, it's settled. The king of the Metas, King Doyle the Cruel, has decided to settle down in Pinchy Creek, making it his new tribal homeland. Where's this? Ah, it's all of this. Right, that's a pretty strong empire right there. Damn. Or kingdom, rather, I suppose. He's a genius. Damn. So the Metas, I don't even know how to pronounce this in English. Son was born, you're my son. Right, you're gonna be named, of course, Jack. Now that we have multiple sons, there will be a title loss there, that's alright though. My captain of marines has discovered a man of great military talent called Clifton, who is willing to serve in my ranks. Oh. My court physician Walter is worried about my newborn son. Jack is a feeble little thing, even compared to other infants. Walter says he may not live to see his first birthday. Do it. Try to help him out. The revolt has stopped. I think he won. Whatever Walter did, I cannot see any improvements. No. Let's just quickly take a look here at my court. I want to check something. Clifton. Are you a commander? No. You're not even a commander, damn. You. I will offer you concubines. I will offer you Sandra. I will also offer you a Rose, I believe. It all sounded as another of Commodore Carroll's paranoid delusions, but I had to agree when she invited me for dinner that the food had an odd taste and a rather strange lingering aftertaste. Someone might be trying to poison her. My wife? Nah, you'll get my help. And then I will offer you another concubine. I'll offer you fortune. Beautiful. Look at little Jack here. Hope he survives. I mean, he should be surviving, you know, he is my son. Oh. You killed fella. Are you kidding me? Killed her. I mean, she did have chest pains, but it certainly didn't sound like it was something good. There must have been some family intrigue. My captain of marines tells me that one of my commanders has improved significantly. Filbert? Can I offer you a concubine by any chance? Appears not. Right, they're all married off, which is nice. You are not married off, huh? Can I make you assemble a mercenary company? No. Pointing, only men can apparently do that. Well, then I shall marry you off to, the oldest Tortuga here. Completely useless. Throughout the day, you've caught yourself grinding your teeth and being unable to focus on anything for long. Suddenly, you realize why you have been in a bad mood all day. You just can't seem to abide having lazy people in your presence anymore. Sure. That didn't work. I think it's another time. It's... Ooh, what? This is our number of troops we could raise from these puny islands? That's crazy. What kind of castle is this? How weak is Tortuga in comparison? It's exactly the same. Holy moly. Alright, I think it might be time then. Start the raiding. Let it begin. Get on the boats. Get over here. Hey, excuse me. Who's this? Who's the second one? What? Anyway, not that it actually matters. Let's take a look. So we have obviously heard that this is an important trade center, but it is already being sieged down. So maybe we wanna go down here, huh? Ah, I didn't sell them to raiders. There you go. How many people do I need for this? I think we can take it. Maybe? I didn't... Yeah, absolutely, actually. Now that I look at it again. Let's siege it down. Another successful raid. I hope. Right, so Pilot U of Roche has become a trickster. Doesn't have any kids yet with these ladies. They're gathering their army, but they're not exactly... So the thing is, I'm not a coward. Which means that if they were to fight me, I would take the fight. Especially because I can actually beat them up. And of course, by the way, everything is in the context of the game. While the women are certainly mostly concubines and spoils in this one. As they were, for example, also for the old Greeks in... the Odyssey, there was literally a, point they fought over, whoever got the spoils there. That is not the case in real life, just wanted to mention that. So, a daughter was born to me and Catalina, named after the mother, of course. My daughter. Wait, was she now? Oh, she's a bastard now because I ended it. I will legitimize her because she was actually not born unlegitimized. Like, you know what I mean, right? Yeah, she still likes me, that's fine. They only gave me one child as well, it's a bit puny. She's possessed, interesting. The concubine Amber. Oh, that's right here. Alright, we've done it. Time to keep wreaking havoc here. The construction of trade post in Port-au-Prince has been destroyed. Beautiful. As your men return from looting the holding, one of them hands you an axe with a strange purple sheen and a plus etched into the handle, followed by the number 2. After weighing it carefully in your hands, you toss aside your old grey axe in favor of the new weapon. I feel stronger. Absolutely. How could I not feel stronger because of this? Martial +2? Doesn't like... It's not that great, is it? I want to take it though, because it's a spoil. That's what he would do. Bit terrible though, that's like the maximum thing we can get. Okay, an alliance has been formed, that's okay. And as you will be able to see now here, the trade here has been interrupted. There's a potential for a trade post there, potential for the trade post there, but currently it's terrible because of our hostilities in the region. So let's keep sieging. Oh, somebody's helping me? The West Indies? What are you doing here? To make Duchess Victoire the Drunkard a tributary state. Name after the mother, of course, as is tradition. Maybe she will grow older than 6. Oh, and my wife is pregnant. Beautiful. Son was born named Jack. Hello, Jack. Oh, we're gonna have some fun in the next generation. We have so many family members. Look at this stuff. Already 17 living members. We started with 1. And we're just 1 generation in. Oh, this is gonna go wild, man. Right, and now I suppose that we're sieging down the trade post. Is this true? There is no trade post. What are we sieging down? Siege of Port-au-Prince. Again? Oh, that's him. No, I'm not helping you with that. You can suck it, buddy. Where should our next goal be? Probably, you know what? In his home. Oh, it's already being sieged. You know where we haven't been in a while? Oh, you know what I want to do? Florida is now an Americanist kingdom. Commonwealth of Florida, huh? Oh, we can take that. Margaret Sparrow, of course not. Her name is Carol. And we're gonna siege this down. Hopefully we can catch some Americanists and add them to our collection. Reminder that this one was originally owned by our mother, I believe. Oh, we can't even see it anymore, but I'm 99% sure that our mother, Feliciana, had a claim to that. Okay, I can run. Beautiful. They are just in time, actually. Like, I was just in time there, rather. But I almost sieged it down as well. It was very, very close. I think this means that we... New York? Damn. Hamiltonian. Hamiltonians differ from mainstream Americanism in that they take their faith in the gods of the old world to a higher level. Legends outline the gods' abilities indeed, but Hamiltonians believe the gods have more powers beyond those explicitly stated. They hold furthermore that it is within the capabilities of all believers to attain these implied powers for themselves. So become a literal god, aka a founding father, huh? Well, why don't we find out about that, huh? We can't even siege it. No, they're too big. Alright, you know what? Let's go home, and then in the next expedition. In the next expedition, we'll take care of that. We'll take a look at New York. New York, New York. Well, this was a pretty solid expedition. 155. Could I, at this point, get a retinue? Nope. Okay. Fair enough. Just a focus. You are my daughter. You know what? I want your mum to educate you. There she is. Right, beautiful. And I will end this episode right here. We've expanded even further. Let's see in the rest of the world. The Hamiltonians are rising, it appears. Consumerism is holding steadfast. Other than that, I think there was like a huge movement over here in California. Maybe? Can't see it right now. Like nothing particularly interesting going on over there, I don't think. Miscellany. Tycho George of Allegheny. Nogal. Yeah, I don't think that much happened actually, other than Florida forming a kingdom. Oh, Mexico exists. They actually, I think they may have existed the entire time. Yeah, look at that. Right, I will see you in the next episode in this cruel world in which Jack, the ill ruler of Tortuga, is certainly overcoming what his father has done in the past. I will see you when he continues building his legacy. Until then, Puente Grande.